What's going on, boys? Greetings, freaks and folks, this is Vlad the Lad, back with another deck video and gameplay. What a time to be alive. We are in a meta where Poros are in it, and we are back to a mid-rangey decks, and we can capitalize on this with today's deck that I'm super excited about, as we unbench the henchmen. By the way, a short version of the deck tag is in the timestamps as well as the gameplay. It's completely built around, not completely, but the main idea of it was to go with the MIDENSTOKKE Henchmemen, which is a 5-drop that never ever saw play. I think it's from the core set, so it never existed since Legends of Runeterra came out. But it was a 5/3 all the time. 4/5 mana is a really weak stat line HP-wise, but finally, after over a year, after the release, they finally buffed him to 4 HP. Now, the HP buff goes a really long way, and I was just thinking, okay, we have to make him work somehow, because his Nexus Strike, or his ability is, on Nexus Strike, he will summon an exact copy of himself. And we can do this in today's deck, as we went with the complete Noxus shell. And yeah, we could also go with more elusive stuff, and there's also the support unit that gives him elusive, right? And stuff like that, to make sure that your Nexus strikes more often. But I think overall this is the more competitive version. Why is it more competitive? Well, because of all the overwhelm cards and stuff we have. So it's a classic mid-range deck of Noxus in a sense, where we splashed Reputation in. Things like Mimic, for example, where if we meet the Reputation, which is hitting 4 times with 5 attack units, we get this down to 1 cost, and then we can copy any spell in our hand or on the stack. Even we can copy enemy spells, as well as the Incisive Tactician, for example, which has also Reputation at cost 6 and is a rally and got recently buffed as well, which is now a 5 attack, which is extremely important as we go through other cards like Reckoning, for example, which also has killing the whole board, besides all the units that have 5+ power, which will include the Incisive Tactician now as well, and also the MIDENSTOKKE Henchmen. So this was also an implication that I had. We have Overwhelm in Noxus, and we also have the Reputation synergy with this 5 attack unit here. Now, the only 5 cards that we have from PNZ is the Forces of MIDENSTOKKE Henchmen, of course, and a Tour of Sunburg's map. This is the cards that the henchman loves the most, as we can give him elusive and run through and hit the next right away, and we grant this elusive, which means the copied henchman that we get afterwards will also have a granted elusive keyword. But other than that, we can, like I said, use the Overwhelm keyword, which with Might, which we have a full set here, give 3 attack and Overwhelm, so it will be a 8/4 at that point, and the Overwhelm damage will hit the enemy Nexus and summon another copy of himself. We can also give him Overwhelm with Riven together, as she will give us the Reforge token upon every round start and when she enters, and like we all know, the Reforge gives us take tokens like to attack more, like Overwhelm and like quick attack. So we can on focus speed give our henchmen the Overwhelm and then attack and potentially hit the Nexus and summon another one. Now, the reason being for this low PNZ cards, I thought about adding more removal maybe, but I ended up getting the Basilisk Rider in it, and this is where we need to meet the Legions, which is, like we all know, we have to have a Noxus card on top of our deck, and if we have this, we'll get a +1/+1 boost and Overwhelm as well. And a 4 mana 5/4 with Overwhelm is pretty good as well. This is also, if we go to the 4-drops from Noxus, there aren't that many really good. I've thought about the Brutal Hunter maybe, but too weak. I don't want to damage my own units, like my 1 and 2 drops have 1 HP. The Spider is trash, like Shiraz would be the only one like a bit better, but overall we want stats. And stats aren't provided a lot at 4-drops for Noxus, which is quite kind of a pity, because I love the region a lot. So we went with the Basilisk Rider and the Allegiance Shell. What else do we have? I also already mentioned my 1 and 2 drop, which will also be, as a full set here, will Reforge. So give us one of these tokens, and then we can reforge the blade. Now the blade is something we want to have for a henchman as well, as this will grant our henchman +2 attack, will be a 7/4, will get overwhelm and quick attack. And when he then attacks the Nexus, will summon another henchman that also has the blade on it, which is amazing. We have a 2-off of Trifarian Gloryseeker to take out threats in the early game. We have a 1-off of Black Rose Spy. Like I said, Reputation is something we can achieve pretty easily with this deck, and we can then copy potentially a henchman again, or a leveled up Riven, or whatever we struck last with. As finisher, we have the Captain Farron that we can also copy then with the Rose, which is pretty damn awesome. Will also give us the 2 decimates we all know and love, Captain Farron and what he does. We have a pretty wild 1-off of Wild Claws here. And what this does is it strikes an enemy, and if the unit that you strike with has Overwhelm, you deal the excess damage to the enemy Nexus. So yet again, this is synergy together with the MIDENSTOKKE Henchman. If we give him Overwhelm and then we play the Wild Claws, he will potentially hit the Nexus and summon us another before we attack. So a lot of neat synergies going on here. Whispered Words also having the Reputation. If we have the Reputation met, we only pay 2 mana to draw 2, which is completely overpowered and busted. You could also argue to put 3 in it, but I have more cards in here that are, I think, pretty important, like, for example, the Bloody Business, which will remove if we attack and get blocked and we don't manage to push through with our damage, or the henchman will die in the process. By the way, if the henchman dies, it's really important. He won't copy himself, so he needs to survive with the overwhelm damage. So if you trade evenly, you won't get the units. So if we put Overwhelm on him, and then we use the Bloody Business to remove the blocker that he's blocked by, he will just run through and get the full HP copy of himself afterwards. So a really important card, the Bloody Business as well, and we have to meet the 5+ power requirement yet again, but this is pretty easy to do, as we have the Gloryseeker, we have the Reckless Teferian with 5 HP. We have Riven with normally 3 HP, but with the boost for just 1 mana, she will also have 5 attack. The Basilisk Rider in the best case also has 5 attack. Only 12% of the time we will miss Allegiance, otherwise he will have 5 attack. Kato has 5 attack, and also the Captain Farron and Incisive Tactician, so this is a completely safe card in this list, Bloody Business. Scorched Earth is something more of a tech card I added for all these Frozen Thralls that run around, where we can destroy a landmark for 3 mana. This is the best landmark removal there is in the game, and that's why I run 2 of them. As well as if we have a really big damaged unit, we can also remove it for 3 mana. So it's just overall a really good card, even though we don't have any very good pings in this deck. The only way we can damage the unit through spells is, besides the Bloody Business, with striking. But in terms of pings, I mean the Noxian Fervor is what we have here, where we deal 3 to our own unit and deal 3 to anything. Like, we also can go face and finish off the opponent, or we can remove every smaller but crucial threat like a Teemo, or we can also damage a unit and then finish it off with the Scorched Earth. Noxian Fervor, by the way, really good in this deck, as we have almost only units that have more than 3 HP, so they won't die off. Either we have 1 HP units like Rune Reaver, Blade Squire, and Trifarian Gloryseeker, or we have things like the Reckless Teferian, we have Riven, we have the Basilisk Rider, we have Kato. They all have 4 HP. You see a pattern there. Also the MIDENSTOKKE Henchman now has 4 HP. Captain Farron and Incisive Tactician, they have it anyways. So overall, a really, really nice list that I'm particularly proud of, and I hope we can show some pretty nuts games. But before we do that, we jump into the Too Long Didn't Watch. So hello there, you lovely lads with little time. This is a deck that was born because of the buff from MIDENSTOKKE Henchmemen, that now is a 5/4 instead of a 5/3, and thus being able to survive longer to then strike the enemy Nexus and summon a copy of himself. We can do that with cards like Samburg's Map, where we grant him Elusive, or we grant him give him Overwhelm with the full set of Might, or with all the tokens that are provided by Riven in the Reforged. So we want to have the Heavy Blade Fragment that can also be given by the Rune Reaver or the Blade Squire, as well as a overall pretty Noxian shell with some Reputation Splash in it. We have only 5 PNZ cards, that's why we can use the Basilisk Rider and have a 5/4 with Overwhelm for 4 mana, which is extremely busted, as well as a one-off of Reckoning and some really neat tech tools that we have in the deck. If you want to know what all these does, you can always jump back, and we will jump into the games together, and if you enjoy this, you may also consider subscribing, because I built a lot of these decks. Let's go. Alright, it's Riven Mirror. Riven Scouts. I see what you do there. Because you get the attack token again if you have Riven on board and you attack with a Scout. So you reforge double actually and level her even faster. So we find the MIDENSTOKKE Henchman. I think I do want to keep him. One reason being I want to copy him. And the second reason is we want to meet the Allegiance. So every PNZ card that we can have in hand is something good. Having a turn 3 play is really important, and the Might is our combo card here with the Henchman. Yeah, we don't find any early game yet. It's a bit of a bummer. But like I said, we have a turn 3 play, and until that turn we can bank the mana. Ew. That's some really big hits. Alright. Yeah, I think I have to sacrifice my Riven here.
To serve the greater good.
When we catch you, I can finally go back home.
You're mine.
Yeah, I think I do want to do this and remove this to just save more HP and remove that unit. You can see the glory of this 4 HP units with the Noxian Fervor, where we just can stabilize pretty well on turn 4 here. And now we can do this.
Nothing can stop me.
Put on some pressure for him, as well as hitting our first 5 damage hit. Alright, Swifting Flight on the deck. Interesting. Yeah, he potentially will kill this off with the other challenger unit that he has here. But we don't mind him blocking this. Alright. Now that's a problem. I think I have to do this. As much as I love to play the MIDENSTOKKE Henchman, I have to go bloody business here. He tapped out, so he can't do anything about it. Because the dragon will get 6 HP when he attacks and kill my Trifarian for free, and I don't want him to have it. Alright, we skip the block. And I think we already can show him in the first match as we play him. And now we can even elusive or might, depending on what he does here. I just hope he doesn't have any strike ability to kill me. Alright, so even... I mean, he could have Sharpsight. Sharpsight is a problem. I think... Yeah, I don't want to lose my Sandburg's map like this. I just attack and give him Overwhelm if he... yeah. So Sharpsight will... Oh! Alright, never mind. He took a really big hit here. And we managed to copy one. And we have the reputation going on. So we could even rally here. But I don't think that's worth it. What are we doing here? I think I'll probably wait one more round. One more action. See what he does. Okay. That challenger will die in the process. So I think I will just mimic this and draw more cards. Oh, we find another MIDENSTOKKE. And I think I want to draw even further. Maybe we can find, yes, one drop.
See the world
From behind the Basilisk. This will allow us to block one more unit. Trade better. Oh crap. I see what you do there with all these challenges. So we take 3 damage, but almost his whole board is removed. Pass. Question is, do we play another Henchman or a Kato? I think Henchman is better.
Something need breaking.
Oh no. No. Don't do this.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
I think he did this to block with this unit. But why would you do this on Swifting Flight instead of the Rune Reaver? I don't get it. Okay, so if he has a single combat, we lose a lot of value here. But I think I gotta go with it. If he has a sharp sight, he can do it on Quinn, and the quick attack won't do anything anyways, so I'd rather just go with this. Please don't have a sharp sight. Yes! Oh, it's great.
It's our time to shine, Valor.
Okay, it's their time to shine. I think he has open attack lethal, right? Does he though? Oh. This can rescue me.
These forests to the end. We will defend them.
Alright, wait. Let me think here. So the Swifting Flight doesn't have Scout, and I think he wants to Scout before he goes in completely. Which means I will do this.
The table is set. Now we dine.
And we can even remove something with Next and Fervor. Alright, this would mean I would die. Please don't have a common trick. Ah, crap. He does have that. Alright. GG, it was a close game. But you saw the glory of the henchmen there. Speaking of Thralls. There they are. Let's see how we do against that. We have the MIDENSTOKKE Henchmen and the Sunbox map. I think I want to keep these. I will mulligan the Black Rose though. Having a turn 1 and turn 2 play is really important.
See the world.
From behind the Basilisk.
Finally, some action.
To serve the greater good.
And we set off a pretty good ice shot for him. But it is what it is. We need to play our cards. Oh! We can get that through.
Ages pass.
Interesting.
I remain.
We don't have a turn 4 play, but we have the Whispered Words. What are we blocking this with?
I've got the reins.
Probably that dude. Just to get the token off. And I will draw a bit more here. Okay. Ew. Yeah, I really need my Scorched Earth here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, yeah. I don't overdraw. There's the Riven, but I do want to go with it, dude.
Nothing a good kicking can't fix.
Nothing a good kicking can't fix. Oh no! Don't do this to me. Yeah, I mean, he could have another of these. I mean, to be fair, I can just give him Quick Attack and Overwhelm, as opposed to Sunbox map. I think I want to keep these maps for later. So we just do this. And this. And the question is, do you have a freeze?
Shatter.
He does not. So yet again, he can avalanche this. Or Blighted Ravine. But we got a hit off him. He's down to 8 here. Ew. That's a good draw.
Come, my warrior. Show me your worth.
Alright, they're coming. Yeah, odds are pretty low that I will miss Allegiance here, so I will go for it.
Nothing but Noxus
Yep.
midrange.
He doesn't really want to attack into this. That's a good thing. We are out of the range from... no, I want to keep my mana.
Embrace the call. I will remind the world of true power. Succumb.
Alright, so he does have a tough Nexus.
You will do as I command.
What we can do here is... do this and this.
Let's break stuff.
And then we attack. You need a freeze, my friend. Or a double ice shot is also rescuing him here. Alright, that's 1 and 2. Alright. Oh crap. I don't... ah, fuck. Yeah, definitely removing the Lysandra here. Alright, he even has a Night of Negation.
Stinging cold.
That's pretty unfortunate, because this means
Embrace the cold.
he can remove my Hidden Stokes with his Ice Shard, but he can't open attack. I mean, he can, but he can't kill me. I will block into these. Here comes the Ice Shot to be expected.
Feel the power of
But we are down to 4 HP. Meaning we play this.
Warm hearts and hot soup.
Okay. Now what if we do this? Another counter. The important thing is that he can't like cheese his win with the ice shards from all these Lysandras. He shuffled one Lysandra back into the deck. Alright, so he starts drawing here. I will use this dude as well to serve the greater good. We have reputation 2 out of 4, so if we attack with this dude and this dude, we meet the reputation. Do I attack with this dude? No, not yet. Yeah, I think I do.
Finally, some action.
Because he could give me Overwhelm or 2 more damage. And by open attacking, I don't let him use Avalanche. Alright, we get to hit him. Meaning we have 2 elusives now. We have the Tactician and we have a +2 damage. What's that?
Leave your bags in the door.
Alright. Alright, all in.
First let the blood, then stop the heart.
We could even try to fish for Whispered Words, but yeah, it's another avalanche. Yeah, I thought so. Ah, crap. Alright, but this means his Thralls are also dead. I could be lucky and get a Overwhelm from this, please.
when will I find peace?
Ah, fuck. Yeah, these +2 damage don't do really much. I do want to take with the Riven though.
The weights.
And we threaten lethal, so he has to block with the Dragon Inquisitor.
There is surrender and there is life. I will live.
She will live. And I forgot that she levels from that. So, meaning we even trade favorably.
Talk about it.
Ah, well, that didn't went well. Ooh. So even if he does pop the Thrall here, yeah, let's just draw for now. And chill.
I will weave my own path
Alright, this will level her. Okay,
until I'm through weaving it.
Meaning I have to play the Farron here. To not die from her shards. I'll break the siege. Alright, so he doesn't have the means to pop the slots as of now. He does pop them from the Dragon Inquisitor though. Yeah, I should have attacked with the Tactician as well. Just to force the block from that dude as well. Was a misplay. Right? We do trade these. We could also have blocked with a Tactician, but a Blighted Ravine could kill me. Yeah, probably should have blocked with this. It's debatable. I mean, we do have the means to... If we just use 2 Decimates... Man. Yeah, yet again, Avalanche is a problem. I think I will just try to kill him with Decimates at this point. Yeah, he's fishing for a counter. Let's hope he didn't top deck it. Ah, yes, you finish him off. And I was so afraid of a counter there.
I know what I must do.
Yeah, you do. I don't. Because I could also spread on the overwhelm damage, right? I could also buff my Riven and overwhelm him with the leveled up form that she has to double up the attack with a Kato, for example, give her 6 attack and ensure the win like this. But I thought like the odds are lower than for him having this counter. Okay, let's go for round 3. Okay, we're hitting the Meta King, Poros. Let's see how we do against that. With all these keywords, we can't really do much, is the problem. Yeah, I do want to keep the Glory Seeker. The rest I want to mulligan. Sunbox map is something we want to have alongside with the MIDENSTOKKE Henchman. And we find the Reckoning, which can be game winning here. Right, maybe it's not what I thought. Poros? Because do you run this in Poros? I don't know. Alright. He decides not to trade. Go with the Glory Seeker.
Sharpen the blades.
Secure the kill. Alright. That's completely fine. This turn we look into Basilisk Rider. Alright, so he does have Poros. He could go for the Wrecking now, but he could easily have a Brittle Steel to stop this 6-mana play, and I won't risk that. We rather ride for Noxus. Okay. That's the first Poros next. It doesn't really make sense to play the MIDENSTOKKE Henchman and Sunbox map because he does have elusives to block with. I rather... What are we doing here? I think I open Reckoning. He could have this double freeze to stop this, but it would be his whole turn then. Yep. Get rid of the elusives.
They're out there. I'll spot
'em. We could even Sunbox map our Glory Seeker, but I rather preserve this for later.
Ride for Noxus!
And also the Overwhelm card.
Ready the torches.
Right, so he had one flash freeze. Ooh, there's Kato. Kato! Even if he has another Poros next, he can't challenge something and not die in the process. So I will go... I think I will go with Kato.
Who gets tossed?
Everybody! Oh, come on, lifesteal. Both of them. That's not fair. Interesting. Okay, how we approach this? We can... I think I want to MIDENSTOKKE Henchman. I think it's time.
Breaking?
Yeah. I do want to do this and this. And... No, we actually do this. Because if he has another Poros next, he can trade favorably with the Fabled Poro, and I don't want to do this. So we do this and this.
I give you
Muscles! Now what you gonna do about it, my friend? My little Poro friend. He could freeze my henchman, but this will only prevent the damage and the
cut for reason.
summon. Ooh. What's going on, boys? Got the reputation 3 out of 4 like this. There's Borealis. It's scary, for sure. But we do have a scary board ourselves. Oh, quick attack. Ugly, really ugly. Fast for now. More challenger. Yeah, I guess my henchmen are dead. And I can't do anything about it. It's a problem. We could also Black Rose Spy, right? Yeah, I think I want to preserve my Black Rose Spy for that. Beep, 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 beep. Why doesn't he go for double Poros next? I think he expects me to play something here and rescue my dudes, but nope, I don't. And we can do this now.
I won't say a word.
Wait. Can't see it anymore, but it says exact copy now. And the exact copy was elusive. Weird, really weird. Really, really weird. Alright. Definitely go with the Farron here. Out of my way!
Winter take you.
Yeah, to be expected. So we go with that. We're up to 6 HP. We can use one of these. I guess I will play Overwhelm on the Kato. Preemptively.
The old tongues have spoken in blood.
And then we can play Might on the Henchman. More Poros next. Yeah, unfortunately he kills my Henchman. So no real need to play Might here. Like, we could push 4 more damage, but is it worth it? I mean, 4 more damage means he is in the mid-range. I think I want to do that. Even though we don't get to copy our Henchman again, we do get to get him into range for 1 decimate. And we have the mana for 2 decimates next turn, so I think we're in a pretty good spot. And we take down the Meta King. Boom! Out of my way! Okay, it's Reputation against Reputation, I guess. But they have the quick attack stuff. Yeah, Reckoning is completely useless here. But these two definitely want to keep. Alright, find a perfect curve at least. They're hungry, and there's rocks in me boots. And we play on curve on. Alright, could really big it off. They should have even considered playing the Glory Seeker here in this matchup. Because most of the time they wanna play nothing until turn 3 LeBlanc. That's what I experience most of the time though. Alright. Yeah, we don't have the means to pump this up besides Might, and I don't want to waste that. So yeah, we just let it through. Play our Riven here.
What's a warrior but hands to wield a weapon? The heart and mind to aim its strike.
I mean, I could also just reforge the blade, right? Like, why not doing that? I wanted to play the Basil's Rider, but I think this is just too good. Oh, fuck. Misclicked. I wanted to give Riven the blade. Whoops! Well. So we give her the blade. I do this because I'm safe to be out of range from Bloody Business. What you can play is the, what's it called? The Whirling Death. Shapestone, okay. Ah, fuck, he does have a Shapestone. Crap. Yeah, I didn't think about Shapestone. And winds behind me. Yeah, I'm fine if my Rune Reaver dies. but not against LeBlanc. I want to pass him and see if he plays LeBlanc. I don't mind it taking 7 damage here.
Arda's gonna make a
Oh, okay. Alright, alright, alright. To serve the greater good.
Wrap him up tight.
Alright. That's completely fine. Silver is almost leveled. It's a bit scary.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
But victory requires a sharp blade. Oh. Riven? I think Riven is good.
The past is a burden we must learn.
Better than the Basilisk Rider.
I'll cut them apart. Face me.
Yeah, I do want to do this preemptively. Because Might is something we always can play as a burst reaction. And this not. But did I miss lethal there? No. If I gave Might to her... I probably could have ended this already. Doesn't matter, we have double Basilisk Rider here. I don't think he can deal with that.
Time to make an appearance.
There's the bitch. Yeah, I want to play this. And we ride on!
This better be worth my time, lady. Just name your price.
Really ugly.
Danger pays. Smoke and mirrors.
Don't really mind taking the damage. Like, I need to preserve my unit anyways.
Blood or gold, I've always get my share.
Final piece.
I whisper truth.
Into lies. So we double both of these champions, but we do have 10 overwhelm damage on the board. Ooh. Wait, what's better here? I mean, even if he does have bloody business, he can't kill my Farron. Yeah, I think it's a better play. Even though we can't mimic now.
News from the west, Lord Marat.
A golden crown soon to be broken.
Yeah, you have that dude, but can you... No, you can't. I'm just overwhelming, dude. A Shaped Stone wouldn't help you either. And the better reputation wins! Boom! Crush him to dust! Alright, we're even climbing with it, boys. Pretty awesome. I love this list. I couldn't show him off every game, but I showed him in certain scenarios that I wanted to show him in, and that's what matters here. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the games. Leave a like if this was any entertaining for you. And other than that, I will record another video today with another deck and see you guys on Tuesday. Until then, you stay legendary. Vlad out.